लाङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। नमयों विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने। कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतसक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं। प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 5th chapter. You are not well? You are okay? 7th canto, 5th chapter, verse number 22, 23 and 24. It's been some time we have not read the main words, so we will read today. Shri Prahlada Uvacha Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoh Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Pumsarpita Vishno Bhaktischen Navalakshana Kriyate Bhagavatyadha Tanmanye Adhitam Uttamam। Shri Prahlad Kohilen Vishnur Nam Rupa Guna Parikara Leela Shravan. Prahlad is saying that chanting of the Lord's name, form, qualities, associates and pastimes, hearing. Shravan. Tahar tat tat kirtan, and their hearing. First is, hearing first and then speaking. Tahar tat tat smaran, and respective remembrance of name, form, qualities, associates and pastimes. Tahar Padapadma Sevan, serving the lotus feet of Supreme Lord. Shodashopachara Dwara Tahara Pujan, by worshipping the Supreme Lord with various paraphernalia. Tahar Dasya, his servitorship. Tatsaha Sakhya Bhava Sthapan, to be inimical or to be in friendship with Supreme Lord. Evam tahate atmanivedan, and submitting oneself completely to him, अर्थात काय मनोवाक्य samarpan. Enoity bhakti lakshan means submitting through mind, body and speech. These are the 9 symptoms of bhakti or 9 limbs of bhakti. যে ব্যক্তি বিষ্ণুতে পূর্বেই সমর্পণ পূর্বক পরে এই নববিধা ভক্তির সাক্ষাৎ অনুষ্ঠান করেন, আমার মতে তিনি উত্তম অধ্যয়ন বা শিক্ষা করিয়াছেন। So according to me, that person is most learned who by submitting through mind, body and senses completely to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna engages in the 9 forms of devotion. According to me, his learning is the highest and his knowledge is correct. So in this we are hearing about Kirtana Bhakti, where it is said at first it is chanting of the holy name, name, form, qualities, associates and pastimes. This is the gradation in which they get revealed. So when we are hearing, we should at first hear the holy name, about the holy name, then the glories etc. will get revealed one after another. In a similar manner, when singing the kirtanas also, the first is nama sankirtana, singing of the holy name. Yesterday we heard Prabhupada in his purport writes about how holy name is the highest, is the topmost. Particularly for Kali Yuga, there is no superior process of worshipping the Supreme Lord than chanting of the holy name. Even though Kali Yuga has full of faults and defects, yet the one good quality that Kali Yuga has is the holy name. So we will continue from where we left off yesterday. He who serves the Supreme Lord by the process of Sankirtana Yajna in this Kali Yuga is highly intelligent. Sei se sumedha, that person is intelligent who performs worship of Supreme Lord through Nama Sankirtan. We heard even though other forms of devotion are performed, they should be in concomitance with chanting of the holy name. Yadyapi kalau anya यद्यपि कलौ अन्य भक्तेनैव कीर्तनात् भक्ति संयोगेनैव च. Even though there are many forms or limbs of devotion that are mentioned in the scriptures, they are to be performed in concomitance with the chanting of the holy name. तन्मध्ये अनधिकारी रूप गुण परिकर लीला कीर्तनादि निमित्त अवैध अक्षर आदि संयोग पूर्वक गान अपेक्षा केवल स्वतंत्र शुद्ध नाम कीर्तनी अतिशय प्रशस्त. So Srila Prabhupada is telling that a person who has no eligibility to think or to hear, to chant about the form, qualities, associates and pastimes, such person should chant the holy name only. Means everyone is not eligible to talk about the qualities of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, about the pastimes of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Kirtana Bhakti means, Kirtana means Kirtira Varnana. Kirti means glory. Varnana means to sing. Kirtana means to sing the glories of Supreme Lord. Krishna Kirtana means to sing the glories of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Now what kind of glories? As long as we have material identities, we have not come in contact with the glories of Krishna at all. Therefore, a person who has no eligibility to enter into the glories or the qualities associates, pastimes of Supreme Lord, they should simply chant the holy name. Because holy name will award us the eligibility, or through gradually the holy name will make us reveal the qualities. The holy name will reveal the associates and the pastimes one after another gradually, and the form also, the Lord's form also, they are all revealed by chanting of the holy name. So what is being said is that don't worry about the eligibility or ineligibility, simply chant the holy name. That everyone is eligible to chant. Some persons, they ask that while we are chanting the holy name, can we remember the pastimes of Krishna? Because the mind needs some engagement, can we remember the pastimes of Krishna? The thing is that if we have no eligibility, if our remembrance is based on our mental understanding, then it is not correct. Better to hear what we are chanting. We are chanting Hare Krishna, hear Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, hear what we are chanting. Simply do that process. Then the mind will be engaged. When two senses are working in coherence, then mind has to come into picture. Otherwise, there will not be any synchrony. If you are chanting and hearing, then the mind has to coordinate with both of them. If the mind's coordination is there, means mind is stable. But when the mind is not coordinating, you left of the mind to go wherever he wants, then there will not be coordination. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. When 16 rounds are over, we don't know. Whether we chanted Hare Krishna fully or not, we don't know. Isn't it? Sometimes we are chanting and chanting, but whether we finished, completed the round or not, we don't know. Out of mechanically, we turn the beads also around and then completely, we complete that round also. After 10 minutes, 15 minutes, we come, how many did I chant? Because my mind was let loose, I have not concentrated on what I am chanting. But if I am concentrating on what I am chanting, then this will not happen. Another way is to visualize the Namakshara, the letters of the holy name. Then the eyes and the tongue are in coordination through mind. One is through hearing and other is by, perception. You can have holy name written in front of you, you can see and read, so that your eyes and tongue are in coordination. Okay, so by this way we can concentrate on the holy name. But we can remember the pastimes, we can remember, oh, Lord has lotus feet and on his feet there are marks of Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma, Matsya, all these marks are there. He has Srivatsa, Kaustubha, all these we are imagining how they look, what they are, we have no idea. Imagining that, in the Mahabharat serial, it is shown that there is some graphic design is made for Srivatsa Kaustubha gem of Krishna. I am seeing that imagination of the digital artist. That is not bhakti. Sin, offenses to the holy name. Padma Purana talks about tenfold offenses while chanting of the holy name. One has to remain freed from these tenfold offenses. सकल अपराधी व्यक्तिओ श्री हरिर आश्रित হইলে মুক্তি হয়, যে দ্বিপদ মানবাধম एवं विद श्रीहरिर प्रतिও अपराध করে, সেই ব্যক্তিরও যদি কদাচিৎ কখনো শ্রীহরিনাম আশ্রয় ঘটে, তাহা হইলে সে নাম বলেই সেই ভীষণ অপরাধ হইতে মুক্ত হয়। কিন্তু সর্বজীব শরীর শ্রী নামের নিকট অপরাধ ফলে অপরাধী নিশ্চয়ই অধঃপতিত হয়। So, if one commits any offense at the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, simply by chanting the holy name, that offenses will be mitigated. When we are performing Vigraha Puja, worship of the deity form, at that time many offenses are, happening because of our material conditioned state. To be unmindful itself is the greatest sin. When we are doing in the unmindful state, when we are doing Vigraha Puja, at that time so many mistakes happen because we are unmindful. What we are supposed to do, we are supposed to put water in this particular vessel, but because of the my unmindfulness, it went into another vessel. It can happen suddenly. Oh, I uttered one mantra, and when I become unmindful, oh, what did I chant? I'll forget. So all these are offenses. That is why after the Vigraha Puja is complete, through the holy name, the begging of the forgiveness from the deity form is to be made through chanting of the holy name. But the holy name, which is the benefactor of all the living entities, if one commits offenses at that holy name, no rescue. So, to the form of Supreme Lord, any offense is made, no problem. We can get relieved. But if one commits offense to the holy name itself, then no rescue. एक क्षणे संक्षेपे 10 अपराधेर विषय लिखित होइते छे. So the 10 offenses are being mentioned here, so that when we are aware of them, we will try to stay away from those offenses. Sadhuganer Ninda. In ISKCON, every day they chant this 10 offenses. They are doing it still? I don't know now.
Some temples, yes.
Some temples, okay. So I was in Kanpur. I used to visit Vrindavan temple frequently.
Yeah, in Vrindavan they do,
Bhubaneswar also they do. Every day in the morning, the 10 offenses to the holy name are recited, for the benefit of all those who are coming. But sometimes it becomes so mechanical. Even though we are chanting the offenses, we are aware that these are the offenses, we still do them. And this is the biggest problem in this Kali Yuga. So, here, but still we have to hear, repeatedly hearing will probably make some impression, slowly, it is acting. Not that we cannot say that it's not acting. When the water falls on a stone, the impression is made. You may not be able to see that impression immediately. After 1 year, you will see that there is an impression of the water. Even the stone will take the impression due to the water. One drop only falling. What water can do? It happens. In a similar manner, when we repeatedly hear, then we may see that there is nothing really happening inside. We are hearing Harikatha, we are every day hearing about the tenfold offenses, but nothing happening. We may think like this, but no. It will make its impression. Slowly, it is like, creating some impression in the heart. So the first offense is Sadhuganer Ninda. The first and foremost offense and the most dangerous offense from which there is no rescue is to vilify the sadhus, to blaspheme the sadhus is the first offense to the holy name, most grievous offense to the holy name. So holy name is like, about offense to the holy name means, okay, some, not having faith in the holy name, we can say that is offense. But how come sadhu ninda? How come vilification of the sadhus is called as Vaishnava offense to the holy name? Because the sadhus are the ones who are propagating the glories of the holy name everywhere. They are distributing the holy name in all the corners of the world very mercifully. When we have no faith, or when we are vilifying such sadhus who are so magnanimously distributing this name, taking so many pains on their own personal life, then there is no offense greater than that. That is why the first offense, most grievous offense or most grave offense is sadhuninda. Second is Shri Vishnu hoite Shiva Namadir स्वतंत्र चिंतन अर्थात विष्णुर नाम रूप गुण परिकर वैशिष्ट्य लीलाय मायिक भेद न थाकाय शिवादि सकल देवता जे विष्णुर अधीन यह विस्मृत होइया शिवादि देवतार नय नित्य मंगलमय विष्णुर नाम रूप गुण लीलाओ परस्पर भिन्न ए रूप चिंतन. So the other offense is to consider the holy name of Vishnu to be like that of Shiva and other demigods, etc. Or because there is no difference between Vishnu and his holy name, and there is the holy name is completely free from any material what do you call contamination. जे विष्णुरी अधीन यह विस्मित है to not to be forgetful that Shiva, Brahma, etc. are subservient to Vishnu, and therefore the seeing the differences in the holy name means seeing the difference in the holy name means considering the holy name to be material, considering the holy name of the demigods to be equal to that of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Or another thing that is being said is Nitya Mangalmay Vishnu Nam Gun Lila Gun Liru Paraspara Bhinna, and to discriminate between Lord's name, form, qualities, pastimes, etc. That to speak about the glories is better than chanting the holy name. To remember the pastimes of Krishna is better than chanting his name. So to discriminate between the Lord's name, form, qualities, pastimes, associations, etc. is also offense to the holy name. Means they are non-different. Chanting the holy name and remembering the Supreme Lord are the same. Chanting the holy name and speaking the glories of Supreme Lord are the same. There is no difference. If we see that it is different, what do you call, it is better, I have to go for preaching, I have to, speak about Krishna, therefore, okay, I will compromise on my chanting, I will not do chanting. No, that is not correct. Chanting of the holy name, speaking the glories of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, remembering his glories or remembering his pastimes are all one. If you see any difference between any of these activities, that is also an offense to the holy name. Next is Gurur Prati Avagya, to not follow the instructions of Guru or to disrespect Guru's order. Veda tad anugata shastrer nindan, to deride the Vedas and all the scriptures that are in that are derived from the Vedas. This is also offense to the holy name. Why? Because these are scriptures that talk about the glories of the holy name. If the scriptures are derided, if the scriptures are disrespected, which means the holy name is also disrespected. Shri Harinam Mahatme Anya Prakar Artha Kalpana, to give some material interpretation to the holy name. Some interpretation to the holy name is also an offense to the holy name. Harinam is for service of Supreme Lord Hari. Harinam means it gives the service of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. It awards Krishna Prem. There is no material interpretation to this holy name. By chanting the holy name, you will get karma, good pious activities, you will get all the tapasyas, yajnas are performed by simply chanting the holy name. No, that is not the glories of holy name. That's not the interpretation of the holy name. Holy name is transcendental. It is beyond karma, jnana, yogya, tapasya, and etc. All these are in the material sphere only. But the holy name is above the material sphere. Namabale pape pravritti. And it is said that by chanting the holy name, the sinner cannot perform so many sins as a holy name can free. Simply one name can free the sinner from. Sinner cannot perform so many sins. Oh, no problem. Then let me chant the holy name and perform sinful activities. Means to commit sins on the strength of the holy name is another offense to the holy name. अन्य शुभ क्रिया समूहेर सहित श्री नाम ग्रहण के समज्ञान. So, to think that by chanting the holy name, Ashwamedha Yajna is performed. To think that some other pious activity is performed. To think like that is also an offense. And Arthavad means to think that the glories of the holy name are superfluous, exaggeration. Not so many, it's actually not so, but they're just exaggerated because they are advocating the chanting of the holy name. Gaudiya Math people, they advocate chanting of the holy name, therefore they're exaggerating. So much glories are not there, but they are selling their product, advertising so much. This is also an offense. Shraddhahino Vishnu Vaishnaver Nam Rupa Nam Guna Shravane Anichu Tad Vimukha Vyaktir Nikat Namopadesh. A person who has no faith in the holy name, no faith in Vishnu and Vaishnavas, to give name to such a person is also an offense, because he will only commit offenses. He has no faith. The only thing that is required to get the holy name is faith. Shraddhamule Shuddhanam se hatete bikai. Or Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written, Bodo Sukher Khabar Gai. He is telling that I am giving a very good news to all of you. What is that? Surabh Kunje Namer Hat Khulche Gaur Nitai. The good news is that Gauranga Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu have opened a market to distribute the holy name in Surabhi Kunja. Then what you have to do? You have to go and purchase the holy name. Go and purchase the holy name. That is what is the market for? Market is open for the public to come and purchase. Now he has opened the market of the holy name, Nama Hatta it is called. Hatta means market. So it's a market of holy name. It is open. And I don't have money. How can I purchase? Shraddha Mule Shuddhanam se hatete bikhai. In that heart, means in that market, only thing that is required is faith. If there is no faith, then you will not get the holy name. So giving the holy name to faithless person means who has no faith in Vishnu and Vaishnavas also. He has no faith in Vaishnavas or Vishnu. Don't give him holy name. That's an offense. Shri Nam Mahatmya Shunyau Shri Namer Prati Apriti. And another offense that all of us or most of us are committing is, even after hearing the glories of the holy name so much, still having no attachment for the holy name. No attachment, no actual love to chant the holy name. This is also an offense. এই সমস্ত অপরাধের যে অন্য কোনো প্রায়শ্চিত্ত নাই, ইহাও সেই স্থলেই উক্ত হইয়াছে. If you have committed offenses to the deity form, if you have committed offenses to some other devotional thing, then there are process for atonement. You can atone. How? Chanting the holy name. This you will hear, you already heard in Ajamila Prasanga. In the story of Ajamila, it is being mentioned that the Yamaraj is describing to the Yamadutas, the messengers of Yamaraj, he is speaking to them that for karma and jnana or any other process, if one has committed offenses, if one has committed great, offenses or sinful activities, then by chanting the holy name, one can be freed. Even in bhakti, simply by chanting the holy name, one can be freed. But it is said that if one commits offense to the holy name, then there is no freedom from those offenses. This is also said at several places. Yatha jahara श्री नामेर निकट अपराधी पुनराय स्वेच्छाकृत अपराध अनुष्ठान विषये विशेष भावे सतर्क था किया अप्रमत्त अवस्थाएं निरंतर गृहीत नामई ताहादेर से ही सकल अपराध ग्रहण हरण कोरिया था कैन. If one has committed offenses to the holy name, there is only one way to get rid of those offenses. That is to chant the holy name by concentration, attentively. If one has committed offenses to the holy name, then पुनराय स्वेच्छाकृत अपराध अनुष्ठान विषये विशेष भावे सतर्क था क्या. By trying to be very, very cautious about not committing offenses again, अप्रमत्त अवस्थाएं, not becoming unmindful, one have to chant the holy name. Becoming mindful of not committing offenses and unmindful of the holy name, one should continue to chant the holy name to be freed from his previous offenses to the holy name. You understand? अविश्रांत अर्थात अव्यवहित भावे श्री नाम ग्रहण करते करते तादृश नामोच्चारण फलई अभीष्ट सिद्धि घटे. So the easiest way to get rid of the offenses to the holy name is to chant the holy name always. Don't stop chanting. If you chant continuously, then you will be freed from the holy name, offenses to the holy name. Very easy solution. Avishranto, without any interruption, go on chanting the holy name, then you will be freed from the offenses. Arthat, Kramashah means to be freed from the offenses to the holy name, one has to chant as much as possible. One will say, Maharaj, we are chanting but we are committing offenses, better not chant because the offenses are increasing every time we are chanting. So better we chant 4 rounds or 2 rounds because 2 rounds of offenses is better than 16 rounds of offenses, 64 rounds of offenses, better than that. So 2 rounds enough. No. To be freed from the offenses, you have to chant more. That is why one of our Prabhus and our Param Gurudev's disciple, he says that after you chant 64 rounds, means you have to chant minimum 64 rounds every day to be freed from the offenses, and after that whatever you chant is the total number of rounds you have actually chanted. So you will say, oh, I chanted 64. Maybe there only your offenses have come to an end. Your chanting has not begun yet. After that, how many you chanted is the actual count of chanting. This is his understanding, or this is his interpretation of saying this. So, like that, the purport is that you chant more. As much you chant, so much you will be freed from the offenses. अर्थात क्रमशः नैरंतर्य अवस्थाय नामाभास फले अनर्थ निवृत्ति एवं तदनंतर शुद्ध नामोदय फले कृष्ण प्रेमोदय है. So by chanting the name continuously without any break, one will be freed from the nam aparadha and he will come to the platform of Namabhas. And in the platform of Namabhas, all the anarthas will be completely gone. When the anarthas are fully finished, then it will become Shuddhanam, pure name. When we enter into the platform of pure name, by the mercy of the name, we will get prema, love, transcendental love is attained. So, this is the process. Go on chanting all through the day, then prema will become manifest. Okay, we will stop here. There is still more about Kirtana Bhakti that we will continue.
Maybe I have a few questions.
Few questions, not one. Okay.
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Well, one question is, it is often mentioned that unattentive chanting is one of the offenses to the holy name.
Yes.
Is it included in the 10th one that says that when we understand about the glory of holy name,
But still,
do not
yes,
develop
not yes,
This is included
yes,
in the
it is included in that. Yes, because we have heard, but still we have no attachment to the holy name. Means we are not attentive of the glories of the holy name. So we are not deliberately wanting to get attachment to the holy name. We are just doing it mechanically. So it is within the 10th one only.
Another question is on the first offense to the holy name.
Sadhuninda.
Sadhuninda. So I was wondering, sometimes we cannot control our mind. Like by mind we think, oh, this is wrong. Is that offense?
About the sadhus?
Yes.
Actually, what Guru Maharaj used to say is sadhu means a person, a devotee usually sees his own mistakes always. A person who sees his own mistakes will realize his own defects. He will never have the tendency to see the mistakes of others. The moment we are seeing mistakes in others means we are thinking that we have better qualities than that person. So, it is not good for a devotee. Sadhus always see their own defects. So, we have to try to bring this in our mind, that I have to see my own defects. Yes, mentally sometimes, our mind immediately goes there, immediately catches, oh, this is wrong. Okay. To condemn that which is wrong is not an offense. We have seen something very grossly wrong. One is we are thinking that it is wrong, and other is which is grossly wrong. Then to condemn that is not an aparadha. It's not an offense. But to make an issue out of it, in the sense that, rather than speaking to that person, you speak it with others. Oh, that person is like this, I have seen like this. So, that is an offense. But you have seen some person doing something that is not right, you go to him and in a very, very respectful manner, not that you have to, fight with him or you have to, be mad after him, but you can simply, very nicely and respectfully communicate that this is not appropriate as per the devotee behavior. So maybe your intentions are not incorrect, but externally it appears so. So this is my request, something like that. But to see something and try to relate by our own mind, by thinking, analyzing with our own mind and trying to speak to others about this, it is an offense. We should very, very carefully avoid this. If we do this, then we will not get the actual fruit of the holy name.
I'm just trying to understand this because I heard before that in Kali Yuga, if you do something with your mind, like something bad, you think something, it's not considered an offense. I don't know if it's true.
Some people say that. Some people say that, but Why to risk?
Like if you think but you don't speak to anyone and you don't.
Sometimes
think
what
about it
happens
constantly.
is, if you think about it constantly,
If you don't think, you just your mind caught something and thought, oh, this is wrong. Is it offense towards sadhu?
no, simply think and leave it, not a problem. But if you bear it in your mind, and then you have some kind of a opinion about that person because of that, and then you repeatedly, disrespect that person, then it is that. Simply see something and then just get it out of your mind. Maybe immediately it came to your mind, oh, it's okay, yeah, I have my own problems. Why should I think about that person? Let me solve my own problems. Then it is not an offense. But you keep that as an evidence for you to prove that you are above that person. It is, bearing that in the mind is an offense. Just a thought comes, because Kali Yuga it comes, actually you cannot stop. Just try to, with your intelligence, you bring it out of your mind. As long as you do that, it is okay. But to keep it in the mind and disrespectful to that person is not correct. That's all.
I have one more, but I don't know if we have time.
One more? Okay, I have time for one more.
In the beginning, when you were explaining that we're not eligible to think about the pastimes of Lord, that we should try to concentrate on the Nam as much as we can possibly. But there are those special times in the year, like Kartik months, when we're directly instructed, our Guru Maharaj, he directly instructed to think about certain pastimes of Lord. So it's just special time when we can do it because of
Ei lila smara ar gao Krishna naam. Remember these pastimes and sing the glories of the holy name in the company of the devotees. So, we are remembering the pastimes in the company of the devotees by chanting the holy name. That is what is the prescript. And also, when we say about the remembrance, we have no eligibility, but remembrance of what we have heard from Sri Guru can be done. But going beyond that is not good. Like not only in the month of Kartik or any other thing, but any month, any day during the year, any time in a day, you can remember the pastimes of Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, but as heard from Srila Gurudev. Without any mental speculation, not trying to go beyond, just Krishna, Guru Maharaj, he described his pastimes, or the previous Vaishnava Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they have described some pastimes. So trying to remember those pastimes as we heard, that is okay. Smarana of what we have done, Shravana, is okay. But beyond that is not right. Is that okay? Is that in Kartik month it is said that what is that? Prate bhakta jana gana range sange, sorry. So you chant you remember this particular pastime of Sri Krishna and Radharani during this part of the day in the company of the devotees while chanting the name. So this is very, very important. So remembrance of the pastimes in the company of sadhus means what we heard from the sadhus in the middle of sadhus. That we can do. But not through mind. Not through mind means not through our mental speculation. Remembrance is through mind, but not through our mental speculation. Thinking beyond, oh, it may be like this, it may be like that. Or watching some serials and then trying to understand that his personality is like this or his form is like this. No, that is not right.
Okay. So not trying to imagine anything.
Yes. Okay, done? वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय। परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। नित्यलीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद परमहंस स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु श्ल भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्री रूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय। श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्टदास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सपरिकर श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री श्री राधा गोविंद श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। जय श्री पापमोचनी एकादशी तिथि वराह की जय। जय श्री श्री माधव तिथि की जय। जय एकादशी तिथि वरा पालनकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेदव्यास महामुनि की जय। श्री श्री प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। समागत हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे।